Hey guys, today I'm going to take you through a really good ab workout, and it's kind of a mixture of planks and some other ab moves. So it's actually really short too, it's only 7 minutes. So if you want to do it twice, you can. If you want to do it once, you can. Once is probably enough for most people, it's enough for me. So, alright, I also have some really great music for you today because I found an old iPod and it only had these old songs on it. So that's what we're going to listen to. Alright, so getting started, we're going to start with a plank, and everything is only done for 30 seconds, so you can definitely do that because it's only half a minute and you're buff. So we're going to get in a plank position, and I'm going to start my watch now. And you want to make sure that your butt and your core are engaged, and you don't want to go like this, but then you also don't want to go like this. So you want to try and keep a flat back, and you want your heels to kind of go back, and this up. And we've only got 5 seconds left, and then we're going to move on to bicycles. Okay, so we're going to do bicycles, and you probably know what it is, but I'm here to show you in case you don't. We're going to go like this. And you always want to make sure you're engaging your core and straightening the leg that isn't coming to meet your elbow. We only have a few seconds left, and we're going to go into wood chops. So wood chop, we're going to do 30 seconds on the left and then 30 seconds on the right. So I'm going to start with the right. You start with whichever one you like. You're going to chop across the leg that's coming up. You want to try and keep your other leg on the ground and keep it as straight as you can. We've got about 2 seconds left. And you're going to switch. Now you might be starting to feel this. I certainly am. So, it's good to know you've only got 5 seconds left. And now, we're going to go back into plank, because those were our 3 moves. You want to try to keep your hands flat, and keep them at like shoulder width. You don't want to get into doing this, because it kind of throws you off balance a little bit. So we're about halfway through our plank, and then we're going to go into heels up. We're going to lay on our backs for that one. We're going to press our heels to the sky. Okay, so everybody on your back, and you're going to have your legs up like this. Oh, and I just realized that you can't see my feet anymore, but okay, ready? We're going to pick our butt up off the ground and press our heels to the sky. So you can kind of use your arms for support, but you mostly want to be using your abs to push up. And try to keep your legs straight. I'm sure mine are getting a little bit of a bend to them by now. But we've only got a few seconds left. You can do it. And next, we're going to go into bird dog. Okay, so you're going to get on all fours. And we're going to do our right side and then our left side. And you want to make sure that your core is stable throughout the whole thing and you're not dipping your back or arching your back. So you're going to go opposites here. And we're going to start now. So you just want to push out and touch in. One push out and touch in. And you should really feel it when you're crunching in your abs. We've only got about 10 seconds left on this side. Alright, we're going to switch. Make sure you're maintaining your tight core. And you're going to have a flat foot when you're pushing back. And this can be a really hard move if you've never done it before, because it requires a lot of balance. But it's okay if you need to touch down between. Just try the best that you can, and eventually you'll get it. Okay, so now we're going to switch. We're going to go back into a plank. You want to make sure you keep your form. Your butt is tight and engaged, and so is your core. If you're like me, your arms start to hurt in a plank. Not your abs, but they're really good for all over your body. They're good for your butt, your quads, your arms, your abs. Planks are a really good move. We've got under 10 seconds left. And then we're going to go into split leg lifts. So, ready? Everyone on your back. And it's like a leg lift, but we're going to alternate between legs together and legs out. So, ready? We're going to do legs together and legs out. So that way, we'll be working two different parts of our abs. You'll feel it in the lower abs a lot. And then when your legs are split, you'll feel it a little more on the sides. Because everyone loves to work their lower abs. You're going to want to keep your core tight so that your back doesn't arch way off the mat when you're doing these. We've got about 5 seconds left, and then we're going to go into in and out, where we're going to be sitting. Okay, so for in and out, you're going to sit like this, and if you want, you can have your hands up, or if you're just starting, you've never done it, you can have your hands out, or here, it'll be a little bit easier to balance. So we're going to get our feet up, and we're going to push in and out. This one you'll start to feel in your hip flexors too. So it's working your quads, your abs, your hip flexors, your whole core. It's a really good move, but it gets really challenging the longer you're doing it. We've got about 10 seconds left. Okay, so now we're going to go into toe touches. And that's going to be our last move before we go back into plank. Ready? And you want to make sure you're not straightening your neck on this move. It's more of like a chest lift. You want to lift your chest in an attempt to touch your toes. And the straighter you can keep your legs, the better. But if you need to bend them a little to make it through the 30 seconds, then you definitely should. We've got about 10 seconds left. My legs are starting to shake. we're gonna go back into our last plank. Thank God. Try to keep everything engaged and keep your butt from going up or your back from sagging. Because this is the last plank. And the last plank is gonna be your best plank. We've got 10 seconds. And after this, we're gonna go into our last two moves, and that's gonna be a side plank on your left and then your right. So, ready? We're gonna go right side plank. And you can have your arm up, you can have it at your waist. The main thing is you want your arm to bend your shoulder and your hips to push up. And you don't want your butt to stick out. You still want to have your hips up and forward. And try to maintain the best form you can. If you need to, you can do a modified plank on your knees, and it'll still really work your core right here. So it's time to switch. And this is our last move, last 30 seconds. Thank goodness. Keep your hips up. You put your feet on top of each other, or if you need a little help balancing, you can put them in front of each other like this. I'm gonna keep them on top for now. Keep your hips up and hips forward. Elbow under the shoulder. You've got about 10 seconds left and then you're done with your abs. You're gonna feel great. Or you can do all of this again and have an extreme ab workout. Done. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me for abs today. That's a great workout, especially if you add it to one of my other workouts I'll be putting up, like abs in a cardio or abs in a butt blaster. They're all pretty short, so you can do 2 or you can do 1 because sometimes one workout is enough. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it.